Welcome back to my running back road to glory, and in this episode we should be wrapping up our redshirt freshman season. I need to go ahead and simulate this practice because we only have 3 games left on the year, and unless we win all 3, we're not making a bowl game. And if you've watched any of this season so far, you know the odds of us winning the last 3 games of the season are really low, but we are going to go ahead and I guess just burn all of our points this week, or most of them. We are going to go ahead and get a little bit more healthy, but we have to be able to get our, final exams passed. But our next game is against Rice. We will be, like I said, finishing out the regular season and then probably running head first into the transfer portal. Tulsa has not been a fun school to be at. We have been like the main centerpiece of the offense because that's really all the play options I get. And as of right now, we're at 729 yards. If you missed the last episode, we were able to get the bronze shifty badge, but unfortunately we ran into Tulane, who then held us to like 13 carries for 5 yards. But receiving wise, we are apparently a dynamic threat, and obviously you can see how often the other players get the ball here. I do wish Road to Glory was a little bit more realistic in the amount of stats that you could get, or at least in play calling, so I could maybe try to distribute this a little bit better. But yeah, as of right now, not a fun time here at Tulsa. And I do want to see, are we on the Heisman watch list still? We are actually. We go up. We went up on the Heisman watch list after getting 13 carries for 5 yards. And the Missouri State quarterback is also here. What kind of season are you even having? 19 touchdowns, 3 interceptions? Not bad. And honestly, I am considering just turning off wear and tear because you can see our season and our career health is going down. I actually have the sliders really nerfed for wear and tear, and it still feels like it comes in quite a bit. But I did not notice this in the last episode. We have enough skill points to actually get the silver shifty badge, so that is what we are doing here. And the next time we need 94 speed and 89 change of direction, so we'll need to get another 15 skill points in order to get our speed up a little bit more. Probably not going to happen in this series. We'll see about later on in the series though, because I would love to have that gold shifty badge. But let's go ahead and get to the final games of our redshirt freshman season. We get to come out immediately down by 7 now, so out of shotgun we'll come out and run a screen, which has worked really well for us this season, and we'll get brought down for a 5-yard play this time. And how about just a halfback power O, which is a play I have been trying to run, I feel like the last few games. We broke one for a touchdown, but it really hasn't worked out all that well. But this time it's going to work out well as we get a first down and a 14-yard carry. First and 10, back in a shotgun set. Pearson, we're going to run a screen to the outside. And the blocking will set up this time, or at least I thought it did. I thought 66 was actually going to hold his block, and we get a lot more on that. But I guess not, so we'll come out and run this halfback power play on 2nd and 3. Back in a shotgun set, and the blocking doesn't really set up, but we do get the first down because that defensive back did not try to play us at all. We would get subbed out, come back in on the 25-yard line for a 1st and 10, and it will be a counter play as we try to weave our way through traffic. That one was more on me. I tried to cut back across behind that lineman, obviously did not work out. So now on a 2nd and 7, we're going to take the snap, go to the outside, and run up the middle for the first down, brought down about the 10. We would get subbed out on the rest of that drive. They ended up with a field goal, so it's 7-3 as we are now in the second quarter, and starting it with a loss of 2 in the backfield. So how about we run a screen and see how well that goes. 2nd and 12. Alford back in shotgun will drop back, a quick throw to the outside, and oh my god, that doesn't work at all. We end up losing another 2 yards here. So let's, I guess, you know what? We'll try the screen to the other side. Why not? What do we have to lose here in our final 3 games of the season? 3rd and 14. It'll be a screen to the outside. We make the catch, get to the edge, and we'll spin out one man, get the first down, brought down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Out of a shotgun set, we'll go back to Pearson, and that's going to be a loss of 1 in the backfield. So how about another screen? Why not? I think we're only about 25 yards away now from getting 1,000 receiving yards on the season, which means we should have no problem getting there. As we go to the outside, we'll hurdle this man, or at least try to, set up a 3rd and 3, and we'll get subbed out. Well, we apparently got a touchdown as we got subbed out, but so did Rice. So now with 10 seconds to go here in the first half, we are going to run the ball, and we are going to have a big gain here with Pearson. We may have our 3rd rushing touchdown on the season inside the 10-5 touchdown Tulsa. And then following that, we get to start the second half with the ball. So we're going to go ahead and try to follow our blocks again. We're going to have another big run here, brought down at about the 46-yard line. But we're at 132 yards now. And we're going to come out and run a screen here because I still want to get to that 1,000 receiving yards. Like I said, we should have no problem getting there this season. We need 15 more. It'll be a quick throw to the outside, and I think we're going to have the 15 right here. We definitely are inside the 30, 20, 15, 10, and try to make that man miss, but we'll get down to the 7-yard line. We would then get subbed out, and they would only end up with a field goal. Then the defense allowed a touchdown, so now we're down by 1 to Rice here in the third quarter. And we're going to go ahead and try another screen pass because so far they've worked out really well for us. Alfred back in shotgun. We'll get rid of it to the outside. And wow, we got murdered. We would then get subbed out for the third down. And I guess we converted it because now it's 1st and 10. And we're going to give it to Pearson up the middle. And that guy pulled us forward for a gain of 4. We're up to 10 carries for 138 yards. But we're going to see if we can get a screen to work on this one. 2nd and 6. 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. A quick throw to the outside. Caught by Pearson. We'll get to the outside. Hurdle that man. I should probably stop hurdling so much. That's probably why my career wear and tear is gone almost. 2nd and 12 now. 14 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We're going to run the ball again. And we'll go up the middle for the first down. Pearson getting all the way down to the 22-yard line. Up to 155 yards. That would then take us into the fourth quarter. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I kind of want to get 200 yards to make up for the last game. But we are going to get some good blocking here. And Pearson will be able to get into the end zone. And we are going to go for 2 to try to make it a 7-point game. And we're going to roll to the outside. He's going to throw it to us. And we make the catch. Now we have 1:46 to go here in the game. We are tied up at 28. Just need to get into field goal range. And Pearson's going to start with a gain of about 8 yards here. And now, you know what? We'll try this. How about an RPO? I don't think we've run a lot of those this season. We're going to see how well our quarterback runs it. It'll be a quick throw to the outside. That was definitely the correct decision. He was wide open. 1:29 to go in the game now. We are still tied up at 28, obviously. It'll be a quick screen pass to the outside as Pearson goes down the sideline, hurdles that man, and is brought down to the 23-yard line. I literally just said, I think on the last drive I should stop hurdling people, and then I come back and hurdle someone else. You know what? I love the hurdle button so much. I can't help it. 1:22 to go in the game now. We'll take the snap, and it'll be a handoff to Pearson, who goes up the middle and is brought down for a gain of 3 as Rice will burn their second timeout. We're just going to keep the ball on the ground because I feel like worst case scenario, we fumble. But I was going to say worst case scenario, we end up just getting a touchdown on the ground or kicking a field goal. So one of those two. But we will try a screen pass here on 3rd and 9 because I would love to actually just run the clock down, kick a field goal, and sneak out of here with a victory. We'll go to the outside, and Pearson will have the first down. My goal on this play is to make this kick as easy as possible for our kicker. So we'll do the handoff and try to find our space and get brought down right in between the hash marks, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And honestly, I'm not even concerned about running a play here. I'm going to let the clock run down, call the timeout, and then we'll super sim and see what happens. And there it is. I have called a timeout with 3 seconds remaining. They should sub us out. We had a ridiculous day. What does that say? 167 yards on the ground. I think it said 140 something yards through the air. But now do we make the field goal? I think we did. Your final score of this one should be 31-28. And we got here with our 4th win on the season. And this should actually be pretty cool. We have unlocked the ability to perform audibles. So if I don't like the run play, I can audible to something else. Or if I don't like the screen or whatever situation we're in, I can actually get out of it now. And we will absolutely take this NIL deal. 1 energy up front, but we'll get 1 skill point and 1 stamina per week of the contract. Absolutely. And not shocking, but we do get the American Offensive Player of the Week award. But that's not it. We also get the National Offensive Player of the Week award. And with that performance, we have actually moved up to number 1 on the Heisman watch list. This is absolutely insane. But I guess let's take care of this weekly agenda. First, we are going to get a skill point for ourselves, and then we will spend the rest of the time studying here. And, oh, we're out of energy. Okay, so we're a little bit closer to degrees. We have an exam in 3 weeks, though. Moving on, though, our next opponent is the 2-8 Memphis Tigers, as we still have hopes alive for a bowl game. We just need to win our final 2 games of the year. On the road in Memphis, 1st and 10, still tied up at 0 as they got the ball first and could not do anything with it, and Pearson will start with an 11-yard carry. 1st and 10 now again, out of a shotgun set, it will be a screen to the outside, and trying to cut back in will end up with a 5-yard play that brings up a 2nd and 5, obviously. And I think we're just going to try to run this halfback power play that I love to call so much, even though I complain that sometimes it doesn't work. We'll see if it works here. No, not really. Facing a 3rd and 6 from the 35-yard line. We'll go back to Pearson, who will fight for the 1st down. Running another screen. Alford will take the snap. It'll be a quick pass to the outside, and we'll follow the blocks for the 1st down. Now we'll cut back in, and I thought I could cut back in enough to make that man miss, but I guess not. Well, we would actually get subbed out on that drive, and it ends in a touchdown, so we're up 7-0 as we come back out. And trying to make people miss, we end up with another 1st down run. Now a 2nd and 5, back in his shotgun set again, right here at the end of the 1st quarter. And we have a massive gain coming up here. We'll make this man miss, and I was trying to spin out that defender, but we'll get brought down to the 21. So far, 5 carries for 59 yards today. Apparently, upgrading to that silver shifty badge really just kind of opens up our entire offense for some reason. But we will get the play here, and it's an 8-yard gain. I tried to hurdle that guy. Once again, I know I've already said in this episode that I should stop trying to hurdle people, but I'm going to keep doing it. 2nd and 2. Try to just run this off the trap play, and we'll go right up the middle for the 1st down. Now it's a 1st and goal from about the 9-yard line, and that guy came through completely unblocked. It's now a 2nd and goal, and we're getting subbed out. But this time we actually get subbed back in instead of them scoring a drive while we're out. On a 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line, we're going to send a man in motion. We're going to go out for a pass, and he throws it to us, and we make the catch. Touchdown, Tulsa. A shotgun set one more time. We're going to hand the ball off, and we're going to cut up field now. And Pearson has a decent lane and all the way to about the 43-yard line. Well, wouldn't you guys know it? It's another screen pass, and this time it's not going to work because that guy either saw it coming or our line couldn't get out there to block. But now we're getting subbed out, so I guess we'll see where we jump back in. Not too long after. I think we only took a play off, so now it's a 3rd and 9. We're going to try this screen again, and we're going to see how well it works out for us this time. And once again, I think they kind of know it's coming, and it gets blown up. 1:03 to play here in the 1st half. We're going to come out and run the ball to the outside, and I definitely did a lot more damage than help on that play because I tried to bounce it more to the edge to try to get to the outside and actually get positive yards. Should have just cut up field and taken my loss. Now on 2nd and 14, and we're going to get the handoff this time and maybe get a yard. No, they say no gain on the play. This play has so far worked out really well for us today. We'll see if it works out well for us again. And no, it won't. Everyone just let go of their blocks. We now go into the 2nd half where it's 14-0 still, and we're going to get a handoff. Pearson up the middle will end up with a really solid gain. I believe that puts us over 100 yards rushing today. On the last play, we got a 2-yard run, so now it's a 2nd and 8, and it's going to be another handoff that we get nothing on. 3rd and 8 coming up. And I guess that last run, that 2-yard run, actually put us at 100 yards. But now on a 3rd and 8, we'll see if we can get anything on this play. And no, we can't. 4th and 5 coming up, and we probably will just punt it away. Apparently, our defense, though, is destroying them, or their offense is just that bad because it's still 14-0. We're going to come out with a screen pass here and actually have a decent amount of space. Spun into our own guy, though. 1st and 10 to the 44. Still a solid gain, but unfortunately did run into our own blocker. So now a 1st and 10. Once again, out of a shotgun set, it will be a handoff, and we go up the middle. We'll try to bounce it to the outside. I thought change of direction was going to help me there, or at least the shifty badge, but I guess not. We would get subbed out, and the offense would lose 3 yards, so we get to come back in on 2nd and 13. And how about we lose another 2 yards to help out the offense? I'm sure that's what Coach wanted to see. 3rd and 15. We'll see if we can actually give Coach something he wants to see on this play. Out of a shotgun set, it will be a screen. And yeah, no, they read that the entire way. But once again, their offense can't do anything. 1st and 10, 3:40 to play here in the game. And we're just obviously going to try to chew away at some clock here. I really wish I actually had the coach adjustments so I could chew away at the clock. Because I'm not even going to lie to you guys, I most of the time don't have the patience to sit here and chew down the clock for 30 seconds. So we're going to go to the outside, cut back in, and end up with a 1st down across the 40. Now out of a pistol set, it will be a counter play, and I was trying to let the blocking set up, but he did not pick up his man. So now it's a 2nd and 12, and guess what we're running, guys? It will be another screen pass, just to kind of stat pad ourselves here. Drop back and a quick throw to the outside. Caught by Pearson up the sideline, and he's brought down to the 35. They are going to burn a timeout. With 2:55 to go in the game, they have 2 timeouts remaining. It will be a handoff. Pearson going to go to the outside. We are going to have the first down. Cut back in and get brought down to the 5-yard line. Never mind. Okay, I thought we weren't going to be ruled down there for a second, and I thought there was a chance we were going to walk into the end zone after all of that, which would have been absolutely crazy. But let's see if first and goal from about the 4-yard line. We can't find the end zone. 2:47 to go in the game. Handoff to Pearson, and we're met in the backfield. Now it's going to be a second and goal from the 7-yard line. And we'll run the ball with Pearson again, and this time he gets back to the 4. It brings up a third and goal. And can I get like a toss play or something? Like, it's all just the same type of run plays. A toss play down here inside the 5-yard line might actually be really good. But now on third and goal, we'll just get stuffed and settle for a field goal. And your final score of this one goes 17-0 now. So we're only 1 away from actually making a bowl game here. We finished with 71 receiving yards and 134 rushing yards, so we get 200 total yards on the day and a touchdown. Once again, we get the American Offensive Player of the Week award. Do we get the National Player of the Week award? No, we do not. And our final game will be against 6-5 Florida Atlantic. We are going to go ahead and simulate this practice just because I don't really do those anymore. But now for the weekly agenda, let's see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and we're actually pretty low on health, so I guess we're just going to go ahead and burn a little bit of time studying here. And one more will get us right 2 degrees, so we'll go 1 past it. So that'll be all of our weekly agenda points. We do have 9 skill points right now. I am trying to save some of those up, though. So I guess we'll go ahead and now jump into our final regular season game. If we can pick up a win, we become bowl eligible. And in our final home game of the year, it looks like it's going to be a raining game. So we're going to start with a handoff to Pearson. We're already down 3-0. And now one of our guys is injured on the first play. Let's see what we can do on a 2nd and 7. Obviously, we're running the screen. You guys can see it on the screen. And we'll try to get the first down, and we do to about the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Back in a shotgun set again. We'll take the snap and handoff up the middle. That's just a 3-yard carry to bring up a 2nd and 7. We're going to come back and run this screen pass again, because I think that's the second time in a row we just got 3 yards on the ground. And back to the screen. The blocking does set up. We'll hurdle this man and then get brought out of bounds at the 45. All right, Florida Atlantic, how much of a pain are you going to be today on us? A handoff to the outside. We can't make that man miss, and we get brought down to the 38. 1st and 10. We're going to run out for the screen pass, and we'll try to cut back in, but it's not going to work out that well. We end up with a 6-yard play, though, to bring up a 2nd and 4, and now we're getting subbed out. I think we only got subbed out for a single play, so now it's a 3rd and 1, and we're going to run the ball to the outside. We have the first down, tried to cut back in, brought down to the 18-yard line, officially inside the red zone. Let's run this RPO. The last time we called an RPO, he actually read it correctly. Maybe he'll do that again, and it will be a handoff to Pearson up the middle for a gain of about 5 yards. 1st and goal now. Pearson back in a shotgun set. Alford will take the snap. It's a quick throw to the outside, and Pearson will walk into the end zone. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line now. We'll come out and run the ball again. And this time Pearson will get met and brought down. That's a 4-yard play. Let's see if we can find another run play that I like here. We'll run this inside zone. Hopefully the blocking kind of sets up for us. 2nd and 6. And we're going to try to bounce it to the outside. Never mind. Went back in. And that's going to set up a 3rd and 5, where you guys will probably expect a screen, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to run this dig route here. We're going to see if he immediately throws us the ball. And it doesn't look like he will. He's going to go downfield, but hit as he's throwing. On our next drive, we start at the 34-yard line, so there must have been some sort of turnover here. And we'll end up getting the ball for a gain of a few yards. Brings up a 2nd and 7. And I don't really think we've seen this play show up a lot in our play call selection. So we'll go ahead and run it. 2nd and 7. It's a quick throw, and he finds his man as we completely block nobody. But now on a 3rd and 2, we'll just run the ball with Pearson, try to get the easy first down to keep this drive moving. There's the snap up the middle, and we do not get there. Got met in the lane and could not get past him. However, our kicker would actually make that field goal, so it's 10-3. We have 42 seconds before halftime now, and our defense is actually playing really well today, but we're going to lose a yard to start this drive, and I don't really know how much we're going to get out of this drive. We are going to try a screen, I think the last time I ran a screen down here, we got hit for a safety. We're going to try to not do that again as we get to the outside, and we'll end up with some positive yards across the 20 and brought down to the 23. I know this play can break for huge yardage. We just need the blocking to set up properly. It's not going to here, and we'll burn our final timeout and try to run it. We'll run it to the other side this time. Maybe that's the problem. 17 seconds to go before the end of the first half. We'll take the snap, go to the outside, and see, I told you guys maybe that was just the problem as the blocking sets up, and Pearson makes that man miss, but will get caught from behind. We really need to run the no-huddle offense. Let's go, guys. Are they going to let us? Yes, they will. And we just need to, I guess, get something called here. We're going to line up. We are going to go out for a pass play if he actually snaps the ball. He is, for some reason, sending us in motion. And now there's the snap, a quick throw, but we don't react to where the ball's going. That's a little bit annoying. From the 25-yard line, we're going to come out and run a screen to start this half. Go to the outside. We'll cut back in, and that's just going to be a gain of 1 on the play. Now we're going to run this inside zone. Once again, back in a shotgun formation from the 26-yard line. And it'll be a handoff up the middle, and it'll get brought down to the 31. That makes a 3rd and 4. And now it's time to run this play one more time. Can we keep this drive moving? Take the snap. Go to the outside. And no, we can't. We'll punt it away. Our defense still holding strong here. It's still 10-3 as we get the ball back. We're at the 50-yard line. And we'll get met at the 47 and brought down for a 3-yard carry that time. Let's see if we can run this play now. 2nd and 7 from the 47. 2 running backs in the backfield with Alfred. He'll take the snap and needs to get rid of this ball, and he finds us for the quick and easy first down. I was actually going to run the real route, but I saw that they brought up blitz and realized he just needed to have someone open quickly, so that's what we did. Now on 1st and 10, we'll get a 5-yard carry. We'll come back out for 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line. Hand off again and get brought down for no gain that time. And I think here we're going to get subbed out, so we'll see if the offense can keep the drive moving. And I believe they did. We have a 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. So let's just come out and run this screen here. Shotgun set, obviously. He'll drop back, a quick throw to the outside, and one-on-one will get brought down. Now a 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. It'll be a handoff, and I think they're just reading that play now. I have called it a lot today. But on 3rd and 11, what's going to happen here? We get a field goal, take a 10-point lead. But now they have responded with a touchdown finally and made it 13-10. So with 4:13 to go, we really just need to put this game away. We'll take the snap, a quick throw to the outside, caught by Pearson, who will cut upfield and have the first down to the 37. Earlier, I tried this play by just flipping it, and it worked for a big gain. Can it do that again? No, it will not. That's a loss of 3, and actually puts us under 100 yards rushing today. So now on 2nd and 13, we'll see if we can get those rushing yards back here. And we'll run to the outside. We get at least, well, we are now back at 100 yards, I guess, or right over 100. Because now it's a 3rd and 10. And can you send me out to line up at receiver again? Is that a thing? I guess not. So we'll drop back. And he's going to lob this downfield, but there was nobody there at all. I know I didn't run the right route, but at least get it close to me. And Florida Atlantic has tied this game up at 13 with 2:15 remaining. It'll be a handoff to Pearson, and he'll get met and brought down for a 5-yard gain. That'll take us down to the 2-minute timeout. And I tried to flip this play, but I guess that just means I get to go out and block now, which is fine by me if I actually knew what I was doing. I have no idea how to block in this game, and I apologize to our other running back for that. 2nd and 15. A minute and a half to go here in regulation. We're going to take the snap. And, all right, you know what? He doesn't know how to block either because we just got murdered in the backfield. So now we need the screen pass to really work out for us to get the first down. Otherwise, we're going to punt this ball away and risk our defense not allowing us to get to a bowl game here. Wouldn't be their fault, totally our fault, but we're not going to have the first down. Wow, okay, we jump a bit ahead here. We're into overtime. It is 26-20. Our offense went through an entire drive where we didn't even see the field, but we are going to see the field on this one and get all the way down to the 4-yard line. But it has now subbed us out. So what's going to happen here? Apparently we get the touchdown, and now we're going for the 2 to try to win this game. So can we get it? Out of shotgun, we'll go to the outside. He's going to the end zone, and no, we get to continue playing in overtime. So we get to come out now. Apparently, we're just doing the 2-point tries from here. We'll run the screen to the outside, and Pearson will get in, so we have hope right now. Unfortunately, it does not look like you can actually slow sim in Road to Glory, which is a really weird decision. But do they get it here? Yes, they do. And then they got the next one as well. So if we don't get this, it is ball game. We're going to send him in motion. Go to the outside. He's going to throw to the back corner, and that gets deflected away from us. We will not be going to a bowl game this season as we finish the year 5-7. And we end up with 78 receiving yards in this game and 124 rushing yards, but unfortunately it was not enough. Well, moving on, we now have a bye week here, and we get 7 of these points to do. You will notice our GPA is a little bit lower because I actually blew off one of the assignments because it wanted to burn, in the last couple weeks, it wanted to burn like several energy, and then in this scenario, it wanted to burn 4, and I'm not willing to do that. But we will not have another game, so I am just going to go ahead and spend everything right now on that. And you know what? Yeah, we'll do one more. Why not? So we have 13 skill points to use now, and it looks like we still have one more week of our NIL deal. Let's see how we did on exams. All B's. You know what? I will gladly take that. I've said that in this series multiple times now. And fan favorite activated again, doesn't really matter. Now, we are definitely going to have to burn some of this on actually getting ourselves a little healthier right now. And we'll do that. And then we'll do one more for skill points. And then I guess we'll throw some more into social media, I guess. However, you will notice that that gives us 15 skill points. I mentioned, I think in the last episode, about probably never getting gold shifty. Well, I think I was wrong about that because we've managed to save up enough points. We're going to use that, and we're up to 95 speed, 97 acceleration. So we still need to get to, 89 change of direction. So we'll have to save up a few more to get stuff like that. But we now are near the cap of our speed or our quickness tab. We end up with another bye week here, so we will go ahead and just do this training, get more skill points for us, so we can quickly get that other upgrade to our chain of direction. So I'm not 100% sure if it's good news or bad news that we don't win the Heisman Trophy, because it wasn't completely realistic that we were going to win it there anyway. It goes to Nico. I forgot how to pronounce his last name. I at one point knew, but I'm not going to sit here and butcher it. And apparently in this universe, he's transferred to Clemson now, but he wins the Heisman Trophy. But hold on, we do get an award. We have the Doak Walker Award presented to us. Oh, that's not going to be it. We are also a first-team All-American. And we are also a freshman All-American. And your national champion for this season is the Tennessee Volunteers, getting a 41-18 dominant victory over Florida. And just so you guys can see the final stats we had on the year, 1,100 yards and only 3 rushing touchdowns. But we were by far the team's leading receiver because that's just the way Road to Glory seems to operate. I mean, I could run it another way, but I don't feel like it would be super entertaining at all. We get 118 receptions, 1,200 yards, and 6 touchdowns. But with the way this season went, this is without a doubt the easiest decision I will have ever made here in this Road to Glory. We are entering the transfer portal. Well, I think I've made my decision. We're going to transfer to North Texas for now for our redshirt sophomore season. I am not going to guarantee we are going to finish our career there, but I think with having 3 senior running backs, they're all going to be leaving. We would have a good shot to compete for the starting job, and there is 72 overall. I'm going to really hope their overall does not tank going into the next season. They just had a solid year at 9-4 though, so I'm thinking they shouldn't fall apart too bad. So running back Will Pearson officially transfers to North Texas. And oh boy, I may have made a mistake here, but it's fine because we were on an awful team. We're now going to be in a position battle for halfback 3. Oh boy, that is a little bit rough. What happened to... I understand it didn't say I was going to be a starter, but it said I was going to be on the bench. I knew I'd have to compete with this guy, but apparently they also brought in him and a true freshman that we have to compete with. So yeah, we're going to be trying to, I guess, work our way up the depth chart for a good chunk of this season. Well, that one was pretty well taken care of, so we're at least the running back 3 for now. And just so you guys see this, we will be a starter in pretty much no time. You can see where we are with coach trust at 20,000. The starter is all the way back here at 4,000. So as we progress throughout these weeks, we will get a position battle every single week until we are the starter. So hopefully it won't take too long into the season, as long as I can manage to actually win all of the position battles. But I think for right now, this is going to be a good place to wrap up this episode. In the next one, we will kick off our redshirt sophomore year, as we now are at North Texas, and hopefully we don't end up regretting this decision.